Hello and welcome to another MCO market update on SUI. The SUI chart is still holding Fibonacci support at $1.99. At this point, it is very, very likely that this support will be broken, even if just briefly. That is not necessarily a major problem as long as the next low remains the last one in this fourth wave correction. Because below $1.99, I mean, we have some levels on the smaller time frame that we are tracking as well for potentially one more low. They allow for one more low. Yeah, the price could easily test the $1.90 to $1.86 area. We'll take a look at that in a minute, but I just wanted to take a moment to explain the daily chart again, explain that this here is still seen as potentially a corrective pullback in an overall uptrend that could get one more high in the $6.90 to $8.50 area. However, and this is very, very, very important, just because this potential is on the chart doesn't mean that it is guaranteed. In addition to that, the move to the downside is still an active downtrend. It's still an active local downtrend that we've been tracking for many, many weeks. And the $1.99 level has been on the chart, I think, since January, yeah? December, January. And it's now been tested, but the reaction to support is not impulsive. It is not an impulsive buy reaction, which means that the bears are still locally in control. While this is exactly the area where the bulls actually must turn up to drive the price higher, they have not shown themselves yet. And this is very important. You know, this is still catching the falling knife situation, which means if you buy here aggressively, the risk is it just keeps dropping. Below $1.99, also formally, I cannot call that anymore a wave 4 in an impulse to the upside, which will make the entire chart challenging. I can accept potentially one more low, but it is time that the bulls now turn up. Yeah. So this is the overall chart context. Below $1.99, an overall bullish upside trend continuation, and one more high in this cycle will become far less likely. I've been highlighting for many, many months that a break below $1.99, if it's a decisive break, will open the door to a bear market. Now, at least probabilities will shift, right? Looking at the shorter time frame, then you can see there are two scenarios I'm tracking. Because we've already reached this very, very important $1.99 level, I'm considering we could have bottomed already in this fourth wave. However, this fourth wave hasn't really, I mean, there is no evidence for that, okay? There is no 5-wave move up. Normally what we want to see when important support levels are reached, we want to see an impulsive reaction, which means a 5-wave move up from a low. However, the reaction has only been in 3 waves so far, and the move to the downside looks also incomplete. So it is very likely that there'll be a little bit further downside. However, because this $1.99 level is so important, I've already marked the wave 4 as potentially complete, which means the 5th wave to the upside could have started. But that needs further evidence. Specifically, in the first instance, a break above $2.54, the last swing high. The price got rejected here locally in a resistance area. And we need a break above that last high at $2.84 from the 28th of March. So to the downside here, we're still potentially working on this wave 4. I would prefer that. I think it is the more probable scenario. And if that's the case and the price goes a little bit lower, especially here the area between $1.96 and $1.86 is really the area where the bulls should turn up. Well, if they don't, it opens really the door to a bear market. So these are the parameters we're tracking right now, which means I haven't given up the white directly bullish scenario, but the bulls would need to prove it. Yeah, the white scenario needs to prove itself. Yellow means one more low could be the last one, but please note that until we really get some evidence that a low is in, the risk for further downside is high, and locally the bears are still in control. That's the update about SUI. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.